quality of your passes in football. It is very, very important for you to develop the quality of your passes in football. And how do you start developing the quality of your passes in football? It starts with imagination. Imagine yourself completing your passes, and then you go back to the training session and start working with push pass. I want to take pen and paper. I want to challenge you now for you to go out there and ask the internet what is push pass in football. Take push pass and start applying it. And every time you're gonna pass the ball, you pass the ball with the inside of your foot. This is the ball, and this is inside your foot, and then you pass the ball like this. Push pass will help you to improve the accuracy of your passes, because the accuracy of your passes displays the quality of your passes. Every quality pass comes with accuracy. Accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. You want to develop the accuracy of your passes in football. It is very, very, very important. It is very, very important for you to develop the accuracy of your passes. And for you to develop the accuracy of your passes, you need to work with push passes. 90% of the passes in football are short passes. And how do you improve the quality of those passes? Push pass, a bounce pass, push pass. It is very, very important for you to play with a lot of push passes in football. This will help you to get to the next level. Push pass. Push pass, 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 push pass. It is important for you to develop your push pass ability in football. You want to improve the quality of your passes, then you need to work with push pass. A push pass in football will help you to increase and improve the accuracy of your passes in football. You got your son, you got your daughter, you got a friend, his child is playing football, but they struggle with push, the quality of their passes, right? See those guys, they are 12 years old, 13, 14, 15. They are not completing their passes because they don't know how to pass the ball. Push pass is when you use the inside of your foot to pass the ball. You got your son, you got your daughter, your sister's daughter, your sister's son, your relative's son, or you're a coach out there. I want you to help a lot of kids to develop the quality of their passes. That's what makes football beautiful. The quality of that pass. They got some kids, they they've been playing football for 5 years. They cannot even pass the ball. They can't even complete their pass. Their teammate is standing here, they pass the ball this way. They see their teammate moving towards the right direction. They play the ball to the left direction because the level of their push pass is not strong. Push pass is when you use the inside of your foot to pass the ball. Using the inside of your foot to pass the ball improves the accuracy. When we play football, we play with a lot of short passes. One touch, two touch, one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch, one touch, two touch. Hey, Akin, how are you? How are you doing? One touch, two touch, one touch, two touch. Do you have a son or a daughter that play football? What is their level of passes if you want to rate their passes? We all drive our kids to train every weekend. But are you paying attention to their passes? Are you paying attention? This is where you discover if the coach is a good coach or the coach really don't care. I want you to start paying attention to the quality of your kid passes. Your son, your daughter, start paying attention to their passes. There are so many passes that a kid need to develop. The push pass and the bounce pass. Listen, the bounce pass is you pass me the ball, I hit it right back to you. So how do we, when you pass the ball to me and I'm in a tight situation, how do I pass the ball? I use the inside of my foot to pass the ball right back. So this is the inside. I'm coming. Okay, this is the inside of my foot. That's why I pass the ball. Poop, poop, poop. That's why I want this. How you want to pass the ball? Yeah. I don't have enough space, but tomorrow I will try to make a video demonstrating this in a video. I guarantee you 100% if we can focus on the quality of your son or your daughter passes, their game will improve. You need to understand this about football. If your son or your daughter lacks quality passes, it becomes very difficult for them to progress in football. They make a lot of mistakes. To reduce the amount of mistakes you make in football, you need to improve your passes. Because quality passes in football reduces your mistake and boosts your confidence. The next time you take your son or your daughter to train or to play the game, what I want you to do is I want you to stop correcting them during the game. Use that energy you're always using to correct your son, your daughter when they play football. Use that energy. Take a pen and paper with you. I want you to become serious about your son or your daughter playing football. What you want to do, you want to count how many passes they gave during the match. Let's say, for example, your son or your daughter gave the pass the ball 20 times. during the match. The 20 passes now, we're going to look in that 20 passes for completed passes. So what is a complete pass? A complete pass is I'm with the ball. The completed pass. What is a complete pass? A complete pass in football is very simple. I'm with the ball and I pass the ball to my teammate and my teammate receives that ball. I just made a complete pass. So for example, when you take your son, your daughter, or your nephew, whosoever to a match, stop correcting them. Pay attention to the amount of passes they're going to make during the game. Let's, for example, 20 passes. Among the 20 passes, we want to check how many completed passes. 10 completed passes. Good. So out of 20 passes, they completed 10 passes, right? Now we left with 10 passes. What happened? What caused 10 passes to become incomplete? What led to 10 incompleted passes? Thanks a lot, Fitz. Yeah, in my daughter room, making a video. Yeah. So we want to pay attention to 10 passes, incompleted passes, right? Then we'll look at how they pass the ball, the pace of the ball, the weight they add to the ball. Then you start working with them when they come home. You explain the details to them. Today, you gave 20 passes. Out of the 20 passes, 10, you had 10 completed passes. 8 of your passes got intercepted by your teammate. You gave 2 wrong passes. Now we just gave that child a little bit of information from what happened during the match. You see how you start to develop your son and your daughter. You start to add value to the time you're going to drive with them, to the training fees you are paying. You are not paying your child training fees for you to go to the training section, to a game, and shout the whole day. No, that's not what you want to do. Leave that to the coach. I want you to pay attention to details. Now, your child completed, the player completed 10 passes during the football match, completed 10 passes. We start to look at the quality of the passes. This is how we improve passes. Then we start to educate the player about push pass, a bounce pass, a low dribbling pass. When the player is 12 years old, 13 years old, 10 years old, 14, they need a lot of football information. This helps them to develop much faster. I gave you an example. When I started coaching in Sweden, because I live in Northern Europe, when I started coaching in Sweden, I had 2 players on my team. It was their first year to play football. Both of them 16 years of age. I gave them a simple task. Two of you guys take one ball, try to complete 1,000 passes between the both of you guys. You pass me, I pass you, pass me, I pass you, pass me, I pass you, pass me, I pass you. They did 100, they did 200, they did 300, they did 400, they did 500, they did 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. You know what I did? I started planting the seed of passes in them. And today, two of them, they are amazing when it comes to passing the ball. That's what you want to do. So I want you to pay attention to the coach, what he's doing. If you take your child for training section, pay attention to the drill. Look for the amount of information the coach is sharing during the training section. This will get you to the next level. I'm sorry the light is not that bright. And the next time I'll try to put the coaching bowl. But if you're going to take anything from me today, what I want from you, I want you to pay attention to the quality of your son or your daughter passes. Can your son play under pressure? Can your daughter play through pressure? Can they play in tight spaces? What want to rate the quality? Can they give a true pass? So what is a true pass in football? So we just talking about a bounce pass, a push pass, then the true pass. So a true pass, you got two opponents and you pass the ball through them to your teammate. That is a true pass. And what kind of pass you think is much easier to produce a true pass? It is a push pass. If you got a football home, I want you to take that football and execute push passes with your child at home. Pass the ball the inside of your foot. And the next time you're at a game with your son or your daughter, I want you to focus on how many passes they are completing. Work on their passes. Help them. It takes a lot to produce a quality pass. Let me give you this information, okay? All the guys out there, I will share this with you. If you're ready for it now, I'm gonna give it to you. This is gonna change your game. It's gonna change how you see football from today. How coaches make decisions. Every pass gives out information about the player's quality. If I take my son, or I take my daughter, or I take a family member to a game, the moment they give a pass, people watching that game receive so much information about that player. Uh, every pass you give gives so much information. So you need to focus on developing the quality. For people to bring your child in to the bigger club, for the bigger team to see your child, for you to experience the development of your child, for you to develop, for you to experience, and for the development of your child to become visible, you need to improve their passes. I think someone is trying to abuse, being very abusive, but thanks to Facebook, they always uh, keep everything in private. So that is it. I want you to focus on that. Help your child to become a better football player. Help your son, your daughter to become a better player through the quality of their passes. It's the quality of their passes that separate them. We want to produce quality football, quality football, quality football, quality football. You watch the Premier League, you watch the Spanish La Liga, or watch the German League. You see the players are producing quality passes under intense pressure. That's where you want your child to be. That's where we want our players to be. The quality of their passes. And separate them. Can they produce a game changer? Passes that changes the game. Passes that unlock a stubborn defense. That's what we're looking for. That is the beauty of football. It's to produce entertainment. That's what we want to do. We want to produce entertainment. Football is amazing. But for you to become an entertaining football player, and you need quality. During the next video, probably tomorrow, I'm going to post a recorded video. We're going to talk about play under pressure. A lot of our kids, a lot of our little football players cannot. Hockey. Hockey in Sweden is the biggest sport in Sweden. But the same thing with hockey. Are you giving good passes in hockey? Are you making good decisions? For the bigger hockey team to buy you, you need to be different. And that different shows up in your passes. Defense, yes, all can defense, yeah. Everyone can play defense, but when it comes to offensive, hur mår du mannen? Var bor du in Sverige? Jag bor i Umeå. Tjena från Umeå. Jag bor i Umeå. So where in Sweden do you live, Scout? I live in Umeå City. And hockey is the biggest sport in Sweden, yeah. Same thing, hockey, basketball. It is about quality in your passes. How to develop a game changer. How to small line is like down towards the soft. Yeah. I think they already got this place called Hurstbeak around Kama, right? Yeah. I played in Hurstbeak many years ago, Division 3 football, many years ago. Yeah. Askren, hi, how are you? So today we're talking about the quality of our passes. Football, listen, you want to become different? You want to show up different? You want your teammates to respect you? Nee, I never been to Malina before. Hey, Shana, hoe moet u, man? Astrid, Forsbudu, ja, boei omio. Ja, omio. Och huvudtränare i Division 6. Men jag gillar fotboll, därför jag pratar mycket om fotboll. Jag har många tips. Du kan använda i fotboll, du kan använda eh, i fotboll, i ishockey. Du behöver spela med quality, 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 quality. Uh, Grammatics. Oh, gymnastic. Yeah, yeah, gymnastic is good. It's good. And gymnastic is all about good timing and good balance and quality in decision, right? So everything, every discipline, sports discipline, it is down to quality, 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 quality. You want to become different. It's quality. It is where, yeah, where and when you go into escrow training. That discipline to train escrow is where you find quality. That's where you find the ability to dominate, to overcome. I gave you a little story about me. I was born in Africa. I was born in Africa. I was not born in Europe, born there. But one day, yeah, man, take care, bro. I was here. I'm gonna be posting more developmental content. You know, when I started this, my YouTube, I did a lot of different content and stuff. But there's something that I'm born with, and that is to share football developmental tips. And I decided to go in that direction. You want to dominate. So, merci beaucoup, man. I was born in Taxomica. I was born in Africa. I tell you, I was born in Africa. So one day, a Swedish coach, he went to Africa to look for football players. And I heard about this. And I went there. It was a trial. And I sat on the bench. And I had one chance. 20 minutes, he put me in the game. But there's one thing that I know is that the ability to dominate have to be different. And I was a center back. And I developed one rule in all of the time I play football. You will not dribble me easily. I don't care who you are. It's one ball on the pitch. One ball. And that day, I play 120% effort. That's how I ended up in Sweden. That's how I got to Europe. They brought me over from Africa. So I can tell you, if you want your son and your daughter, you want to develop as a player, you want to achieve anything, you need to go in 120%. A lot of you guys here drive, right? When two cars, right, they are driving, moving at 100 kilometers per hour. Someone asked me if I believe in God. Everyone believe I believe in. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. Some people believe in something else. That's it. So everyone with what they believe in. George says state or EU, which what they call state of EU. So when you put in effort to do anything, 120. So if you have two cars driving 100 kilometers per hour, they're gonna be the same. But if I'm driving at 120 and you driving at 100, we can be the same. Yes, I live in Europe. I like when people are kind, seen so many unkind people, but no, no, no. You see, you don't focus on what not getting you to the next level. The wrong things, the wrong words on people motivate you. I was born in Africa. There is nothing someone can tell me that can move me. Nothing. This my mentality. It's a winning mentality. I play football, so there is no pressure. There is no word you can tell me that can break me. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. But I want to use the time to give back to the sporting community that your daughter, your son, and you're 16, you're 15, you're 17, you're 18, you're 20, there's still hope for you. There are so many soccer players in the United States of America. They're 20 years old, they're 22 years old. You want to believe in God yourself? No, no, you don't owe people, you owe you. You don't need to impress people that you believe in God. If you believe in God, believe God for yourself. God said, he that come to me should first believe. Once you believe, focus. You don't need to think of, I have problem about what people think of me. I'm trying to believe in God, but I'm struggling, brother. Just believe and leave the rest to Him. One day at a time. Believe today. Tomorrow, wake up, believe and believe and believe and believe and keep reading. Focus on you. We got a lot of football players there. They lost so many opportunities because they lack the ability to make critical decisions while under pressure. Everyone tells me that one day at a time, but does. Yeah, one day at a time as you develop the character, you develop the desire. You wake up today and you believe in God and you go forward. You wake up tomorrow, so you create a pattern. It's like you gotta pray. Since it's all over, so you gotta pray, bro. It's just a number. You gotta believe in God and say a prayer and keep moving forward. But what we want to do is we want to overcome challenges in the game. So many young. For someone send a review, I'm gonna see it. I can answer to that. But yeah, we're talking about how to develop as a football player, how to develop as a football player. There are so many soccer players in the United States of America, but how to play with quality passes, that discipline, that decision to play with quality passes remain the major challenge for a lot of football players. But we're going to change it. We're going to help a lot of people across the world to develop. I've been talking for 35 minutes and never talk about tactic. Yeah, God will be with you and the Lord will see you through. Keep praying and God will see you through. Read your Bible, pray every day, and overcome. For God said, I'll not give away in the spirit of fear. I'll not give away in the spirit of fear. What God have given you. Give away in the spirit of sound mind. Sound mind. It said, by the blood of the Lamb and the testimony of our mouth, we overcome the enemy. But we're not talking football right now. The quality of your passes will change your football game. The quality of your passes. The quality of your passes. You can play football with weak passes, with so many uncompleted passes. You gotta learn how to improve the so that's it. That's the power of God, bro. So we've been here for 37 minutes now. And we say big thanks to everyone. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna be back and we'll start to upload more football developmental content. Peace and love, guys.